I am Krishna Rao Patro, Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering from Institute of Engineering College, Hyderabad. Today, we will discuss about an important concept, that is looping statements in Java. How you can use looping statements. So in the previous session, we have seen the decision-making statements. Now we'll see the looping statements. This is the one we have to see now. So Java supports for loop, while loop, do while loop, and for each loop. So totally 4 different types of looping statements are available. These looping statements also known as what? Iterative statements. Generally, whenever you want to repeat a set of statement until the condition is true, that time you would use the looping statements. Now we'll see one by one. First we'll see for loop. The for loop is the simplest way of writing the looping statement, I can say. The for loop having 3 important portions. If you see the syntax, first one is initialization part, second one is conditional part, third one is operational part. This is the way the for loop is constructed. So the initialization part will execute only once. It will initialize the variable. After initialization, the control will come to conditional statement. It will check the condition part. If the condition is true, the control will come inside. Then it will execute the statements. After executing the statement, then the control flows to operational part. After performing the operation, again control comes here, checks the condition. If the condition is true, then repeat the statements. So that means what? The for loop repeating. How long it repeating? As long as condition is true. Once it's true, again it will come inside, then perform the statements. After executing the statements, again control goes to operational part, again check the condition. If it is true, again repeat the statements, then again go to operational part, again check condition. If the condition falls, then the control will come out from the loop. This will come out when the condition fails. So I can say a loop in Java comes into use when you need repeatedly execute a block of statement. So whenever you want to repeat a block of statement multiple times, there you have to use loop. The for loop provides a concise way of writing loop structure. So every programming language supports looping concept. So Java also supports looping statement. The first statement consumes initialization, condition, and operation in one line. Everything will be written in a single line. The first part, that is initialization, it will execute only once. Then the second part is conditional part. This is the one which takes the decision whether to loop to continue or stop. After executing the statements, then perform the operation. And remember, initialization and operation part are optional. You may write, may not write, but the condition is compulsory because that will decide whether the loop will continue or stop. So this is the syntax of for loop. So please remember, for, assume I write here I equal to 0. That means what? You are initializing the variable with I equal to 0. Condition until I less than 5. So here I am writing a condition whether I is still less than 5 or not. Then the operation I plus plus. Every time I am doing operation. What operation? Increment operation. So the operation may be increment, may be decrement, may be multiplication, may be division, any operation. Once it is true, then control comes inside and performs the statements. After performing the statement, again the control goes here, then repeat. Like this it will repeat. Once the control, means condition fail, then the control will come out. This will come out when condition fail. So this is the way the loop works. Then we'll see a small example how for loop works. See, a simple example, class for demo. The name can be given anything. Here for simplicity I written for demo. Public static void main string argument array for int I equal 1. That means what? This is initialization. So initially the value of I is 1. After that the control comes here, checks the condition, whether condition is true or false. If it is true, then control comes inside. Initial I is 1, 5, less than 5, yes. And print I. I will how much? Initially 1. So after printing 1, then control comes here. I plus plus. Now I become 2. 2 is less than 5. Yes. Comes inside. Then prints 2. After printing 2, again control goes here. I plus plus. I become 3. I become 3. Checks. 3 is less than 5. Yes. Yes means true. Comes inside. Prints 3. After printing 3, again I plus plus. I plus plus. I become 4. 4 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. True. True means come inside and print. Again I plus plus. I become 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. Yes means come inside. Print 5. After printing 5, again the control goes here. Again I plus plus. I become now 6. So every time I is incrementing. 6 is less than 5. No. No means then the loop will stop. So that means it's printing what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I become 6, the condition fail, then stops. So this is the way the for loop works. So this is a simple example of for loop. Of course, in future days, we will be using this for loop for various applications also. Later on, we will see how we can use for other applications. This is a simple example. Now we'll go to another loop, that is while loop. Looping in programming language is a feature which facilitates the execution of set of statements or instructions repeatedly while some conditions are true. As long as condition true, it will allow you to execute. Once condition false, it stops. Now while loop is a control flow statement that allows the code to execute repeatedly based on some Boolean condition. Based on the condition, it will repeat. Remember the syntax of the while loop. While the condition, based on the condition, it will either repeat or stop. If it is true, it will come inside, then perform the statement. After performing statement, again control comes here. Again check the condition. Condition true or false. If it is true, again repeat. Again check. If it is true, again come inside. Do the statements. Again repeat. So it is keep on repeating as long as it is true. Once the condition false, come out. If it is false, the loop will stop. So if you observe here, in while loop, you will find only condition part. There is no initialization and there is no operation. So initialization will be done generally before the loop and operation will be done especially inside the loop. Okay. So in a simple way I can say initialization will be done above the loop while condition do the statements and here the operation in general. But as for syntax is concerned, they will not write. But while writing the program, you will be writing this way. Initialization at the beginning, initialization. Because that variable you have to check here. If the condition true or false. True means come inside. False means come outside. So these are called entry control loop. What? Entry control loop. So this is the way. Now we'll see a small example on this while loop. If you observe here, class loop demo, some name, public static void main string argument array, int I equal 1. Yeah, this is my initialization part. Generally in the for loop, we are writing the same line itself, whereas in while loop, initialization will be done before the loop begins. So now I is initialized 1. Then here condition. What condition? Whether I is less than or equal to 5 or not. If it is less than or equal to 5, then come inside. Otherwise, stop the loop. So initial I is 1, true, come inside. Print I. I will how much? Initial 1. After printing 1, this is my operation part. I become now 2. Again check condition. Now I become 2. 2 is less than 5. Less than or equal to 5? Yes. Yes means come inside and print 2. After printing 2, I plus plus. So I become 3. Again, after operation 3, then checks. 3 is less than 5? Yes. Again prints 3. After printing 3, again the operation. I become 4. Again go and check. Because every time you have to check the condition. As long as it's true, repeat. Now I become 4. 4 is less than 5? Yes. Come inside, print 4. After printing 4, then operation 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5? Yes. Less than or equal to 5. So it is true. True means come inside, print 5. After printing 5, I plus plus. Now I become 6. Whenever I become 6, 6 is less than or equal to 5? No. No means false. Then loop will stop. So that means what? It is printing 1, 2, 5. Okay. So every time it checks the condition. If the condition true, repeat. Otherwise, stop. Now we'll go to another loop, that is do while loop. The do while loop is a special type of loop. It will execute at least one time. Because initially it will not check the condition. After going into the loop block, then it will check the condition. So the do while loop is a exit control loop, whereas your while loop is entry control. This is exit control. That means in while loop, during entrance, means when you are entering, that time it will check the condition. Whereas in do while, it will not check in the beginning. It will check while coming out. Exit control. Therefore, unlike for a while loop, do while checks for the condition after executing the statement of the loop body. After executing the loop, the statements in the loop body, then check the condition. So do some statement. After performing the statement, then check the condition. If it is true, again repeat. So that means as long as it's true, the control will go to again beginning. So here you will find some set of operational statements. Once true, repeat. If it is false, then the control will come out from the loop. Once it is false. So this is the way the do while loop works. So that means do while loop will work at least one time. Whereas while loop may work, may not work. So there at least is 0. Here at least is 1. Do while will execute at least one time. Whereas while loop will execute at least 0 time. Now we'll see a simple example of do while loop. How you can write do while loop. I have given a small name. Do while demo. You can give of course any name, but for simplicity I have given a do while name. Publish ID void main string argument array. This is our driver code, or I can say driver function, because this is the place the control starts. The control enters here. Then here also the initialization part will be done at the beginning, because in the for loop initialization done in the same line itself. Whereas in while and do while, the initialization will be done before the loop. So now I value is 0 initially. Then prints. Then control comes inside. Because in the do while, first it will not check anything. First come inside, do the things, then check. That's why it is called exit control. So it prints what? Hello 0. Hello followed by plus I. I means initially 0. So it prints hello 0. Then I plus plus. I become 1. 1 is less than 0. 1 is less than 0? No. Then condition false. False means come out. Actually 1 is greater than 0. 1 is greater than 0. So immediately stop. So it prints what? Hello 0. After that, the control comes out of the loop, then stops. So this is the way do while loop works. If at all instead of 0, if at all it is 1, sorry, if it is 2, then it will go inside. For example, here it is 2 assume. First time it prints 0, then I become 1. Then 1 is less than 2. Yes, again go here. It prints hello 1. After 1, then I plus plus I become 2. 2 is less than 2. No. No means false, come out. So this is the way it works. Let us see another loop. So this is the way the while and do while works. I hope it is clear. Now there is one more important loop called for each loop. Actually this is a special type of loop which was not there earlier, but from Java 5 onwards they have introduced for each loop. This is a enhanced loop. Enhanced for loop. or this is also known as for each loop, which is introduced from Java 5 onwards. Enhance for loop provides a simpler way to iterate through the elements of a collection or array. From array or from the collection, if you want to fetch one by one, then you can use for each loop. This is a special type of for loop. It is not index based loop. Okay? It is inflexible and should be used only when there is a need to iterate through the elements in a sequential manner. In a sequential manner, you cannot go randomly in a sequential manner without knowing the index of the currently processed element. So, if you want to fetch the element from the collection one by one in a sequential manner, then only you can use this type of loop. So, this is a specialized loop. Now, you can see the syntax. The syntax, first data type, followed by the element, followed by the collection or array name, followed by statement. Now, you please observe the special things. The object or variable is immutable. So, whatever the elements are there in the collection, those things are immutable. Immutable means it is not modifiable. It is fixed, constant. When enhanced for loop is used, it ensures that values in the array cannot be modified. Whatever the elements are there in the collection or array, it should not be modified. Then only you can use the for each loop. For each loop will work for a set of elements which are not modifiable. So, it can be said as a read-only loop where you cannot update the value as opposed to other loops where values can be modified. In other loop, values will be modified, whereas in for each, values of the collection or values of the array should not be modified. Okay? So, the syntax is first data type, then the element name, then name of the array or collection. Then it will come inside, fetch the element and do some statements, do some operation on your data. So, this will continue how long? Until all the elements of the collection is over. Until you fetch all the elements of the array over. Now, let us see a small example of this. For example, I am having an array. What array? Days array. In this days array, how many elements are there? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, I am having an array with 7 strings. 7 strings. I think you know strings are immutable. Fine. Now, in this example, class for each loop, public static void main, string argument array, string days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, this is one type of array. How many elements are there? 7 elements. Now, what is the syntax? For data type, followed by element name, followed by the array name. 3 things are there for each loop having 3 components. What are 3 components? First one is data type. Second one is the name of the element. This is the first one. This is the second one. And third one is the name of the array or name of the collection. So, there are 3 components. This is the data type. This is the name of the element. First one, second one, and third one is the name of the array. In between there is a colon. This is the syntax. So, now the D will be fetching one by one. From days, you will be getting one by one. First, Sunday, print Sunday. Then, repeat, Monday. Then, Tuesday. Then, Wednesday. Then, Thursday. Then, Friday. Then, Saturday. Now, all the elements of the array over. Whenever the elements of the array over, there is nothing to fetch. Then automatically the loop will stop. So this is the way the for each works. Remember, for each, there is no word called each. While telling you for each, but while writing the syntax, you have to write for only. For, followed by data type, followed by the name of the variable, then colon symbol, then followed by array name, open bracket, close bracket, then here the statements. So this is the way the for each works. So while saying, we'll say for each, but while writing, each keyword will not be there. Okay. So you will be fetching one by one. Now we'll write a small program with our own editor. So we'll go to that one, then we'll see how it works. Till now you have seen the syntax and simple example. Now we'll go to our notepad. There we'll type the program. Okay. Now let us see a small program through our editor. So I'll open my notepad++. Always better to use notepad++ because it is having enhanced capability. Now for each, for loop, while loop, do while loop, and for each. All the three things now we'll see. Sorry, four loops. Four types of loops we'll see. I will write a small program. Class for demo. Okay. The name can be anything. But the thing you have to remember, the first letter of the class name should be always uppercase. This is the general standard. Now, assume my goal is to print all numbers from 1 to 10. I want to print all the numbers from 1 to 10. Print all the numbers. Print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means repeatedly I am printing. So whenever repetition comes, always you have to use loop. So where I have to write the loop? I should write the loop in a function. Let us write the main function. So how to write main function? Public is a state keyword which allows you to access everywhere by anybody. Then static is a keyword which allows you to call the method directly without creating object. Then void, as the main method returns nothing to the OS, so write void. Then write main, that is the starting function. And the main function may take set of arguments from the command prompt. Write argument array. Then open bracket, close bracket. This is the general way of writing the program. And here, what's your goal? To print the numbers from 1 to 10. Print 1 to 10. So how to print 1 to 10? Using loop. For first part is initialize. I will initialize because my goal is print 1 to 10. So I will initialize my variable I. Initial I will how much? 1. My initialization is 1. Condition is what? Until less than or equal to 10. Because I have to print including 10. So less than or equal to 10. After 1, it has to go to 2. After 2, it has to go to 3. After 3, 4, 5. That means every time it has to increase. So for increment, I write plus plus separate. Open bracket, close bracket. Okay. Now, how to print? System.out.println. Hello. Plus the string concatenation plus I. So now, let us save the program. Control S, Control V, and while saving, Java source code, select Java source file, save the file. Now my program is saved. Now how to run? Go to command prompt, open the information, open containing folder, CMD, click here. Once you click, you go to the command prompt. Now compile it, Java C, followed by for demo. Now compile successfully. Now how to run? Java followed by for demo. And while running, remove the dot class because that is your bytecode. Bytecode extension should not be given while running. Yeah. Now it has print 1, 2, 3 up to 10. 10 times it has repeated. 10 times. First time it is printing 1. Then hello 2. Then hello 3. Then hello 4. Hello 5. Hello 6. Hello 7. Hello 8. Hello 9. Hello 10. So 10 times after repeating, then the control has come out because the condition failed. Once condition failed, then stop the loop. Okay. Now same program I'll change. Instead of I equal to I plus 10, sorry, I plus plus, I'll write here I plus equal to 3 I'll write. In this case, what will happen? Initially, what is the value of I? 1. Then check the condition. 1 is less than 10? Yes. Then prints 1. After printing 1, then comes here. I equal to I plus 3. Initial I will be 1. Now 1 equal to 1 plus 3. That means I become 4. Now when control comes here, what that value? I become 4. 4 is less than 10. Yes. Comes here. Prints 4. After printing 4, again control goes here. So now 4 plus 3, how much? 7. Now after that control comes here. Always control comes here. Now 7 is less than 10. Yes. It prints 7. Now 7 plus 3, how much? 10. Again comes here. 10 is less than equal to 10. Yes. Then prints here. Hello 10. After printing 10, again control comes here. 10 plus 3, how much? 13. After 13, again control comes here. Because after operation, always control comes to condition. Now 13 is less than 10. No, no means stop. So let us check this program. I am compiling. Yes. Because for every modification, you have to save and run. Again, compile. Then it will produce the latest bytecode. That bytecode again you run. Yeah. Now, if you observe here, I got what? 1, 4, 7, 10 only. Now, that means it has repeated how many times? 4 times. 5th time, fail. So, it's stopping. So, this is the way the for loop works. And here, for example, here, assume I will write I less than, I'll write 5. In that case, what will happen? I less than 5. Initial I value how much? 1. So, 1 is less than 5? Yes. So, it comes here, hello 1. After printing 1, control goes here. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 is less than 5? Yes. Comes inside. It prints, hello 4. After printing 4, again control comes here. 5 plus 3. Sorry, 4 plus 3, 7. After 7, again control comes here. 7 is less than 5? No. So, condition fail. Fail means that loop will stop. Now, let us check. So, that means it repeats only 2 times. Compiling. Yeah. So, depending hello, 1 and 4. Clear? So, depending hello, 1 and 4. So, after repeating 2 times, 3rd time it is failing because condition fail. So, this is a simple example of for loop. Now, same thing I'll write with while loop. Control V. Now, I'll write while demo. For while demo, what I will do? Initially, I told you the initialization part for while loop, you would write in the beginning. So, int I equal to 1, I will write. And condition is what? Until I less than or equal to 10. So, this is the condition part. And here, I will write a statement. System dot out dot println. Assume I write. Okay. Plus I. So, that means what? It is my statement which will execute. After that, because for every loop, there will be always initialization, condition and operation part. So, that means the value of I should change. Otherwise, it will go for always infinite loop. If value of I is not changing, what will happen? The loop will always true. True means it is keep on running. That loop is called infinite loop. So, now, but I do not want to go for infinite loop. I want to go for finite loop. I plus plus. Now, let us compile the program, inside the program, while demo, and here I will save as Java file, Ctrl S. Now, go to the command prompt, Java C, while demo. Yes, program compiled successfully. Now, if you see Java while demo, yeah, okay 1, okay 2, okay 3, okay 4, okay 5, okay 6, okay 7, okay 8, okay 9, 10. That means after repeating 10 times, In 11th time condition fail. Whenever condition fail, the loop will stop. So that means as long as condition is true, the loop is repeating. So it prints from 1 to 10. After repeating 10 times, in 11th time, the condition fail, then stops. So this is the way the while loop works. Okay. Now here I may ask a question. Add all the numbers from 1 to 10. What I said? Add all the numbers from 1 to 10. Question. Add all the numbers from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. So what I will do? I will take another variable called sum or total. Initially total is 0 because my goal is add everything in a variable. So I will make a variable called total. In total I will add. Initially total is 0. So I will not print OK. Simply I will add it. Total plus equal to I. So initial I value is 1. Next I become 2. Next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Every time it is adding. This is called cumulative addition. So every time the value is updating. When the loop is over, after repeating 10 times, the loop will stop. By that time, my total is ready with the final answer. So here I will print. When the loop is over, I will print here. System.out.println sum equal to plus total. So that means that total I want to print. Sum of all the numbers from 1 to 10. So initially my I is initialized with 1 and total is initialized with 0 and total is every time updating and I is incrementing. So this portion is repeating 10 times. After 11th time the loop will stop. By the time the total is updating. Okay. Now let us compile. Java C while demo. Yes, compiled it. Java while demo. Yeah, now I got the total. How much? 55. Because 1 plus 2 plus 3. If you add everything, answer is 55. Because 10 into 11 by 2. 10 into 11 means 110 by 2. That is 55. Sum of natural numbers. So this is the way while loop works. So in while loop, always check the condition first. If condition true, then do it. Now we'll see another example on do while loop. How do while loop works? Do while loop. I think already you know the syntax. In do while loop, first it will come inside, perform the statements. After performing the statement, then check the condition. Because do while loop is also known as exit control. While coming out, it will check the condition. Plus do while demo. Here, I'll write my driver code. What is the driver code? Always the main method. Because main is the starting point. Public static void main string argument array. Because it may take some set of arguments from command prompt. Okay. Now I'll write the do while loop. Assume I want to multiply the numbers from 1 to 10. I want to multiply the numbers from 1 to 10. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 up to 10 I want to multiply. Then finally I want to get the total. So I will declare two variable int I initially 1 because I want to multiply from 1 to 10. Multiply from 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 because a small number. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 5 times I want to multiply. This multiplication answer I want to store in a variable ans. Initial answer is how much? Because for multiplication the identity is 1. So I will store assign 1 using do while loop. So how to multiply? 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. After 5th time, it has to stop. So I'll put a condition. Do while I less than or equal to I less than 6, because up to 5. If I is less than 6, here answer equal to answer into I. Initial I value is how much? 1. After 1, it has to go to 2. So how to go to 2? By incrementing. So that means the operational part should be written here. First time 1, then I become 2. 2 is less than 6, yes. After 2, then 3. After 3, then 4. After 4, then 5. 5 is less than 6, yes. Then multiply 5. Then after multiplying 5, this I becomes 6. Now 6 is less than 6? No. When this condition fail, come out. So here, when the loop over, then print the answer. System dot out dot println. I'll print my answer. NS. Dual demo. Okay. So dual demo. Control C. Go to the command prompt. Now compile the program. Do while demo. Now compilation success. After compilation, always will produce what? The bytecode. That bytecode you have to execute. How to execute? Java followed by do while demo. Now it is running now. Could not find the load main class demo. Do while demo. Why? There is error. Could not find the load main class. Main method is not there saying do while demo. WH. So I is missing here. So that means the name of the bytecode is actually, you must be very careful. What name you have given? That name you would use for your running. So here I is missing. Even though my file name having I, but the class name having no I. That's why while running you would give this name. So to avoid this mistake, always make here also I. Before that, let me show you how to run. Because sometimes you may give. Let me show you. Here you got what? Error. Because I is not there in the class name. So to avoid that one, do while demo. So I remove that one. Yeah. Now the answer is 120. Because 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So if you multiply everything, then answer is 120. So here I got 120. Answer equal to. So this is the way the do while works. Now for betterment, always write while. Class name and file name, you make it same. So that you will not have any confusion and you will not have error also while running. Because most of the time, class name and file name must be same only. But by mistake, you may write without same. So in that case, you have to execute whatever the name you have given. This name is important one while running. Okay. Now we'll see another example of for each. How for each works. So for each is special type of loop. And that loop was not there in the earlier version of Java. From Java 5 onwards, they have introduced. So for each loop is special type of loop. This loop is a special loop which will be trying to collect the element one by one in a order, in a sequential order from a collection. That means from the array. Let us write a small program. Class for each demo. Actually, while saying you will say for each, but while writing, The each keyword is not there in the for loop syntax. Now write the driver code. Public static void main string argument array. Okay, my main driver code is ready. There, what I'll do, I'll keep a collection first. In the collection, I will have set of elements. Those elements I want to fetch. Now, assume my collection having set of integers. Let us have integer, one array. This is an array having some elements 5, 7, 8, 9, assume 11. So now how many elements are there? 5 elements are there. Those elements I want to fetch and print. So how to print from the collection? For actually this is what type of array? It is an integer array. So I should write here data type int for int I colon followed by array. So this is the syntax for data type followed by the name of the variable followed by the name of the array. Now from that array it will fetch 1 by 1. Now print it. System dot out dot println the element or the data. Let me print plus I. So that means what? First 5, then 7, then 8, then 9, and then 11. 1 by 1 will come in a sequential order. You cannot go in the random, or you cannot go based on the index. So here it will not follow indexing mechanism. Here it will follow sequential mechanism. For each demo. For each demo. Java source file. Now I'll go to my command prompt. Okay. Java C for each. Yeah. Now program compiled successfully. How to run? Java for each demo. Enter. Yeah. 5, 7, 8, 9, and 11. So all the elements of the array, it has come 1 by 1 in an order. Let me ask you one thing. You find the sum of all the elements. Find the sum of all elements. That means 5 plus 7, 12, 12 plus 8, 20, 20 plus 9, 29, 29 plus 11, that is 40. So I want to get the sum. I want to get the sum of all elements. So how to get the sum of all elements? So I'll go to the program and change. So let me declare a variable called sum. Int sum equal to 0 initially, because my elements are integer type. So sum should be also integer. Now here what I'll do, I will print all the elements and sum plus equal to, initially sum is 0, plus equal to I. So every time fetch the element, add it, fetch the element, add it, fetching, adding, fetching, adding. How many times it will fetch? It will fetch 5 times because there are 5 elements. Now print the sum. When the loop is over, print the sum. System dot out dot println sum plus sum. So this is the way it looks. Control S. Let us run again. Now Java C, compile it for each demo. Now compile successfully. If at all any mistakes are there, it will give error. But here in this program there is no mistake, so no error. Then you would run Java followed by for each demo. Yeah. Now it is printing all the elements 1 by 1. Then when the loop is over, it is coming out and printing sum. Did you observe here? So it is printing sum equal to 40. So whenever you want to do such type of things, then you would use for each. Because for each will be fetching the data 1 by 1 in a sequential order. You cannot go in a random. Now they may ask a question, can you fetch the element 1 by 1 using indexing mechanism? This is using non-indexing. Now using indexing mechanism, how we'll do? See how we'll do using indexing mechanism. Let me write for int j initially 0. Always the indexing mechanism starts with 0 until j less than. So how many elements are there in the array? How will I know? For that, for every array, there is a special attribute called length. So you can use the name of the array is ARR dot length. That gives you the number of elements available in the array. So here the number of elements are 5. So 5. Then I plus plus. Now here I will print using indexing. Let's see. Let me print. Instead of data, I will say element, because to avoid the same name. Compile it. What is saying? Oh, sorry. Here I have used j. There is a small mistake. Did you observe here? J is my initialized variable. So here it should be also j only, because that I is already over here. Its scope is over here. So I should use j. Here also I should use j. Okay. Normal array. Okay. And just to give a separation. Java C for each demo. Compile it. Yes. There is no mistake. Java followed by for each demo. Yeah. Now using indexing, what you got? Index value you got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I did not get the value. So how to get the value? To get the value, you should write the name of the array. What is the name of the array? ARR of j. That means you are fetching the corresponding element of the array. This is the 0th element. This is the 1th element, 2nd element, 3rd element, 4th element. Now let us see. Because I don't want to print the index, I want to print the value. Compile it. Compile successfully. For each demo. Yeah. Now I got the value, same value. Okay. So you can fetch the element from the array using enhance for loop or for each loop as well as index loop. That means using normal loop. So both the way you can use. So I hope you understood how to use the different types of loops in Java. So in this session, you have seen different types of looping statements: for loop, while loop, do while loop, and for each loop. So I hope you got the idea, and in the future days, we will be using this concept in the application. So till now, you have seen what is loop and how to use. Later on, we will see how to use in the application. Okay. So see you the remaining things in the next session. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.